Hello students, today we are going to start with our first chapter, Standard 6, chapter number 1, the evolution of computer. Now, first thing, what is meant by evolution? Evolution means process of change over a period of time. Means from a period of time the things will get changed. For example, us humans, we were not first human, what we were first? Ape, correct? We transform means evolve from ape to a human, right? Same like that, computers also evolve. At previous time, computers were so huge, slow, not so fast, but nowadays you can see how computer size are getting smaller and the speed is getting increased. It is too much fast nowadays. So we will see the all the evolution from first generation to five generation. There are five generations of computer. We will see all that. But before that, like we evolved from ape to humans. So like that also computers evolved from calculators, not computers. What? Calculators. So first we will see the basics of early age calculators, which calculators human use and why we are learning calculators while the chapter name is evolution of computer. That will also I tell you in a short period of time. Now let's see. But before calculators also, they were not directly calculators. For example, see, in Stone Age time, there were not number system like 1, 2, 3 like that. So what was happening at that time? If for example, any human want to count anything, like for example, how many numbers of apple or fruit he have. So what he basically do, you don't count like 1, 2, 3. What you do, the number of stones they uses the calculating system as pebbles, means stones or sticks or bones to calculate anything. So what they basically, if he has 5 apple, he draw like this sticks or on ground like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that he used to count that. Or for example, if they want to calculate the height, length, they what use? They uses ropes, right? To calculate the distance. For example, like this 10 meter like that. They uses ropes. So now afterwards what happening if it is simple for up to 10 or maximum 20, but if you want to count more than like for example 500 or 1000, then he will draw like this? No, otherwise he will do stone pebbles like this. No, it is a hectic one and it is an impossible type thing. What happened that if he put like this stick, if one stick went by air or someone replace it, the calculation got messed up. So afterwards they invented calculators to calculate things. So what was the first calculator? First calculator was abacus. Abacus is the first calculator in human history. When was it invented? You can see this. Before 300 to 500 BC. Means how much old the calculator abacus is. It was invented between 300 to 500 BC. Who uses this? Greek, Roman, Chinese and Indian civilization. This civilization uses this abacus. What was the function? What we can perform on this abacus? We can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Right? Everyone should be familiar with abacus. Am I right? So we will see now design. What was the frame? See, the upper deck means heaven. This you can see this deck. This is called as heaven. One bit means this one. What is the value of this? 5 units. And these are lower bits, which is called as earth. What is the value of that one bit? One bit consists of 1 unit, right? This upper is called as heaven, this lower is called as earth. The value of one bit is 5, value of one bit is 1 and it is separated by a middle rod, correct? This is called as middle bar. We separate these two. What is the fact? The Japanese version of this means we say this abacus, but Japanese people say soroban, right? They had a different version, some little bit difference in that. They used to call it as soroban. Now Napier's bone. This was the second calculator. Napier's bone. Who invented this? John Napier. So that's why its name is Napier's bone. John Napier's was John Napier's a Scottish mathematician. In which year he invented? In 1617. He invented. What was the specification of this calculator? The specification was it could find square root of a number. Multiplication and division abacus can also do, right? So what was the specification? Find square root of a number. Before this calculator, no other calculator can find the square root of a number. This could find the square root of a number. Design. It consists of 9 strips or bone. Everyone will get confused why there is bone, here bone, here bone. See, this was invented in 1670. At that time, iron, stainless steel was not basically used. So they use just bone or wood also. Why not wood? Basically they use as bone because bone are as strong as iron, correct? They will not get rust or they will not break easily. Wood can break easily after a period of use. Wood get damage, but bones don't get damaged. So that's why they use as bone and with numbers written on them means bone on which carving has been done by man. What numbers will be written on that in such a way. How many strips are there? There are 9 strips. In exam, they may ask you how many strips are there in a bone. There 9. Some student will get confused, sir. Here are 10 strips, then why we are saying 9 strips? So see, basically, the 0 1 is not considered. Considering is from 1 to this. How many strips are there? 9. So Napier's bone consists of 9 strips. Number written on them. Then strips are arranged in such a way that we can perform multiplication and division of a large number. Could done easily, right? See how we can do. I will show you. 4. For how much I want 4 6 are, for example 4 6 are, right? What is 24? Another one example 7 4s are. What is 7 4s are? 28. Like this. We can find multiplication. Now division. See for example 28. 28 4s are 7, correct? Then, sorry, 28 multiplied by 4 is equal to 7. Another one 30. 30 divided by 5, answer will be 6, correct? In this way, they do multiplication and division. Next, Pascal's calculator. Who invented? Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, invented this Pascal's calculator. In which year? 1642. What was the specialty? It was the first ever mechanical calculating machine or calculator. What is the specialty? First ever mechanical calculating machine or calculator. Design. Pascaline contain a sequence of wheel-shaped dials. You can see these dials, these wheel-shaped dials. To enter the input number and output aperture. Means to input any number with the help of this wheel, we can input the numbers. To enter a number, the wheel has to be rotated clockwise. This wheel. In which way? Clockwise way. For example, this is a wheel like this, correct? Clockwise. Means in the form which our clock moves. In which way? In exam, they will ask you. You should write or rotate in clockwise direction. So, what was the drawback of this? We could not add big number. Why we couldn't add big number? Because here you can see, here are how many apertures? Only 8. Means only up to 8 digit you can add any number, not more than 8 digit. And it perform multiplication and division by repetitive addition and subtraction. Means if I want to multiply anything, so basically what I will do, for example, multiply 4 plus 4, 8 plus 4, 12, like this. If I want to calculate 4 into 3, I will do like this. 4 plus 4 plus 4. Then I will get the answer 12, like this. And same for division, means subtract. For example, 25. So I will minus. Minus 5, 15, minus 10, minus 5, like this, 0. See, 20 divided by 5, like this. It was a hectic one for division also. We need to perform repetitive addition and subtraction. to do that? See here, you can see. From here you can insert the number and the calculator will give us the answer. 8 wheels. In which direction wheels move? In clockwise direction. Right? And what is the specification? First ever mechanical calculator. Now next, arithmometer. Who invented this calculator? Thomas de Colmar invented this calculator in year 1820. What was the specification? Specification was it was based on a Lewis technology. This was its specification based on Lewis technology. As every another calculator, it can perform addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Nothing special. But special thing is here. It was the first successful, and mass-produced calculator to be used in offices. Now you will get confused what is meaning of mass-produced, right? Mass-produced means production of anything on a large scale is called as mass-produced. For example, see, everyone uses sanitizer and mask, right? But no one uses at a great number, large number. When we use this in our pandemic, corona pandemic, at that time everyone was using mask, right? Everyone was using sanitizer. So we can say that at the period of pandemic, the production of sanitizer and mask was at mass produce, right? Mass produce means the production level at a large scale is called as mass produce. Lebesgue improved to Pascaline. Means this technology improved the Pascaline calculator. Here is the image. You can see that arithmeter. Then next, difference engine. Who invented difference engine? Charles Babbage. Do you know who is Charles Babbage? Charles Babbage is known as father of computer. Why he is called as father of computer, I will tell you in a short period. When he invented in 19th century. What was the specific feature of this calculator? It was the first automatic mechanical calculator. And what was Pascaline? Pascaline was first mechanical calculator. And difference engine is first automatic mechanical calculator. There is slightly difference. This is mechanical and that is Pascaline was mechanical calculator and this is first automatic mechanical calculator. What parts were it consist of? Consist of two main parts, calculating mechanism and printing and control mechanism. These are two main parts of this calculator. What was, we can say, drawback also? It could hold up to 7 numbers. How many numbers? Only 7 numbers. But with up to 31 digit means it could hold to 7 number and one number could hold up to 31 digit, not more than 31 digit it could hold. And what was the specification? Reuse result. It could reuse the result. Means for example, I write there 5 plus 5. The answer will be 10. Correct? So I could perform another addition, subtraction, multiplication on this 10. For example, 10 plus 2, 12. Like this. This was happening only on this engine, difference engine. Before that we cannot do this. And another one fun fact, it could print the answer. See, before all the calculators they could only show us or we can think this will be the answer. But here is the twist. It could print the answer, not just show them. Right? And this is our last calculator. Analytical engine. Who invented this? Same Charles Babbage. When? After the difference engine. Means first he invented different engine. After few period of time he invented analytical engine. See, analytical engine is also known as the ancestor of modern computer. Ancestor means today's all computers are based on this analytical engine functions. So that's why, as I told you, why Charles Babbage is known as father of computer, because of this analytical engine. This is called as ancestor. On this basis, means the functionality or formula or method we can say. With the help of this engine, computers were invented. So that's why he is called as father of computer, Charles Babbage. What were the components? There were how many components? 5. Which were those? Input, output, control, store, and mill. Store is also known as memory and mill is known as CPU. But while in exam you write input, output, control, store, and mill. If they ask you which were the two main components which were further used in modern computers, so you will write store and the mill. Right, these two components, store and the mill. See, the next programming instructions were used to use this calculator. To use this calculator, we need to give instruction in what? Programming languages. We need to give instruction. And legacy, today's computers are based on this idea, as I told you. That's why Charles Babbage is known as father of computer. See, this is the image. Class, now you understand everything. What was the first computer? How was computer? I will just recap in a short period. See, Abacus was the first computer invented in 300 to 500 BC. Who uses? Greek, Roman, Chinese, and Indian civilization. What could it perform? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. This upper deck is called as heaven. This lower deck is called as earth. The value of a single bit is 5 in heaven and value of a single bit is 1 in earth, and this middle bar separate these two. Right, Chinese version is known as Sorwan. Then Napier's bone. Napier's bone is also called as Napier's rod. Who invented? John Napier. Who was he? Scottish mathematician. In year 1617. It was the first calculator to find square root of a number. It consists of how many strips? 9. Right? And we could do multiplication and division of a large number easily with the help of Napier's bone. Next was Pascal's calculator. Who invented? Blaise Pascal invented. Who was he? A French mathematician in year 1642. What was specification of this calculator? This was first ever mechanical calculator or machine. See, with the help of wheels we can input the numbers. In which direction these wheels move? These wheels rotate in clockwise direction, and we could perform only addition and subtraction easily, but the Pascal line we could perform addition and subtraction, but we couldn't perform multiplication and division. If we need to perform that, we need to repeatedly do addition for multiplication and subtraction for division, and it could hold up to only 8 numbers, not more than 8 numbers. Then arithmeter. Who invented? Thomas de Colmar in year 1820. It could perform basic addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. It was based on Lebesgue technology. It was the first successful and mass-produced computer. Why? Because it uses in offices, and Lebesgue improved to Pascal line. Right? Next one, difference engine. Who invented difference? Charles Babbage. Charles Babbage is known as father of computer. In 19th century, it was first automatic mechanical calculator. First mechanical calculator was Pascaline, and this is first automatic mechanical calculator. Which two parts were the main parts of this mechanical? Calculating mechanical and printing and control mechanical. What was the drawback as well as good? Drawback was it could hold up to 7 numbers up to only 31 digits. This was drawback. And advantage was reuse of result. We could reuse the results. And fun fact was the answers, it could print the answer, not just show them. Means it could print the answers. Second, analytical. Who is Charles Babbage only? When after the difference engine, once first he invented difference engine, afterwards he invented analytical engine. Analytical engine is also known as the ancestor of modern computer. What? Ancestor. What were the 5 main components? Input, output, control, store, and the mill. These were the 5 main components. First to use programming instruction, and legacies today's computer are based on this idea. Understood, student? If anyone has any doubt, you can pin down in comments. I will resolve that. And if you want this PDF, I will share this PDF in description. You can download from there. Thank you so much, students. Have a great day. Hello students. So today we are going to see about generations of computer. In last video we had seen about what? We had seen about early age calculators. Now today we are going to see about generations of computer. There are main 5 generations of computer. See, first generation, second generation, third generation, fourth generation and fifth generation. At this present time, fifth generation of computer is going on. Now you will get a question, what is meant by generation? See, generation is usually a period of time. For example, we can say 20 to 30 years, like our grandpas, their generation is separate. Our parents, their generation is separate. Our generation is separate, like that. For example, you can say like our mom that usually says that this new generation is a Gen Z generation, or this new generation is too clever, smart. And generation means a period of time of, we can say, about 20 to 30 years, we can say. Now today we are going to see 5 generations of computer. First generation of computer, let's start from room size to pocket size. Means as here you can say a demo for you. First generation computers like this, second, third, fourth, and we can say these two we can include in fifth generation. Evolution of technology through time. How as per the time the computers got evolved from size, its speed, capability, everything, processing speed, we will see in detail now. First, what are computer generation? Computer evolve in different stages is called as generation. Each generation introduce new technology. Means like as you see nowadays, all new technologies are getting evolved. Every feature is getting new advanced technologies like that. First, what? Smaller in size. Second, fast in speed. Third, easier to use, more powerful and cheaper. These are new technologies invented as per the new generation got introduced. There are 5 main generation as I told you now. So now let's start with our first generation. First generation was invented means what was the period of that particular generation? The period was from 1940 to 1950, means 10 year of period was for first generation. Main technology. What was the main technology? Vacuum tubes. Just class, close your eyes. I will tell you one interesting. Just imagine there is a huge computer, as per we can say our room or more than our room, as a function hall, great like that. People are coming inside a computer. They are changing the parts of a computer. They are operating. This much huge was the first computer, and it was the reality. First computer were seriously that much huge in size, and they use a sort main technology. Main technology means what was the basic part of that technology which changed? That was vacuum tubes. Now very big in size, took up at entire room, like I say. Use vacuum tube to control electricity, means it was the main electrical part, we can say electronic part of that computer. And they use magnetic drums and magnetic tapes for memory. At that time there were not like memory cards or hard drive. At that time what was there? Magnetic drums and magnetic tapes used as a memory. I will show you further the images of everything. Then afterwards they were very slow, processing data in how much? In millisecond. Millisecond means 1,000 parts of a second is called as millisecond. Still it is you, we can imagine how fast it was. Still it was slow, because nowadays computer can go in nanosecond or less than a nanosecond also. So the processing speed in millisecond. See, for examination you need to just understand main part, what was the size, what was the main part size, then memory, then speed, and input and output, nothing else. And last one is limitation. Now we will continue. Use a lot of electricity and get very hot. See, at that time, you know that vacuum tube, I will show you the images, but just for now just imagine, you know electric bulb, that yellow color electric bulb. Same like that, the vacuum tubes were there, huge in size, and what happened? They occupy large amount of energy, means electricity. So continuous flow of electricity get it heated, and because of that heated, it get burst or got damages. So uses a lot of electricity. Programming was done using machine language. Do you know what is machine language? We can say second name for machine language is binary language, which uses only 0 and 1. Binary language 0 and 1. It uses that language. Then input. For input they use punched cards, and for output they use paper tapes. Require constant maintenance and broke down often. As I said, because of excess heat, that vacuum tubes were getting burst. That's why it required constant maintenance and broke down often. See what were the examples: ENIAC, EDVAC, UNIVAC, IBM 650, and IBM 701. These are the examples of first generation of computer. What were the limitation of this computer? They were slow in processing. How slow? As we see in millisecond. Expensive to build and run. At that time, not much means we can say electronic gadgets were there. So companies who prepared this were so small, and new technology was there, so it was expensive. Prone to fail and overheat, as I told you, because of excess heat. Everyone clear about this first generation? See this. This is the image of first generation computer. Which computer? ENIAC. What is the full form of ENIAC? Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. See how much. This is one human, second, third, and how huge it is. More than a big room, for we can say a function hall like that. This much big was the first generation of computer. And many people were not a single, it was not a cup of tea of a single man to use. It uses, sorry, it requires minimum 3 or 4 people to use that computer, and it uses in machine language. See, you see the small lines, these are none other than, see here, vacuum tubes, small vacuum tubes. But there are different types of vacuum tube, big, small. But this generation, this computer, specific computer uses this small types of operating system. Here you can see these are memories. See, this is vacuum tube. These are different type of vacuum tube. You can imagine the different size of that vacuum tubes. These are all vacuum tubes. See, magnetic drum. This is the size of magnetic drum. Now you can imagine how big the memory card is, then how big the computer was, like that. This was magnetic drum. This is a proper color image of that magnetic drum, which was used as a memory card in first generation. These are magnetic tapes. I think most of you have seen this in a radio, we can say. A radio we uses. Otherwise, another example of magnetic tape is old age cameras, where you see the black print like this only. These are also called as magnetic tapes. These are punched cards as input method. They were using as input. These are paper tapes. These are both. These are punched cards and these are paper tapes. Now let's begin with second generation. Second generation was started from 1950 to 1960. First generation period was of 10 years. Same second generation period was of also 10 years. But here main technology got a replace. What here came? Transistors. Transistor replaced vacuum tube. Why? Because the transistors are smaller and more reliable. Reliable means we can trust that it will not get burst or it will not get corrupt. It will help us, otherwise we can say support us in our processing. So in second generation, vacuum tubes got replaced with transistors. See, faster than first generation, work in microsecond. First generation was working in milliseconds. Now it is working in microsecond. Generate less heat. Why generate less heat? Because transistor don't get that much heat. How much? That vacuum tubes were getting heat. Transistor produce less heat. Then magnetic core memory was introduced. New type of memory was there. Now no memory magnetic drum or tapes were used. What they use? Magnetic core memory. And for input, the same. Still used a punched card for input and magnetic tapes for output. And which language now they use? Use assembly language, easier than machine language. Assembly language is what you will get to know in short when you will learn Java. See, first, for example, Java is high level programming language. Then high level programming language convert into assembly language, and then assembly language is convert into machine language, like this. So they uses assembly language, which is easier than machine language. What are the examples of second generation? IBM 790, UNIVAC 1107, RCA 501. What were the limitations? Still require cooling system. Means it was producing less heat, but it is not like that. We don't require now air condition. We still require air conditions. Speed was better, but not very high. See, speed was better, but not very high. Input devices are still old, punched cards. No input device were, we can say, invented. See, this is second generation. You see this plate-like structure, card-like. These all are transistors at that time. Now transistor size has been reduced to small. See, this is the image of second generation of computer transistor. These all are called as different type of transistor. You had seen this in, for example, a remote car or any electronic वस्तु. In any electronic gadget, you will see these small transistors of different size, shape, and color. Why different size, shape, color? Because the functionality of every transistor is different to identify that particular transistor. For example, this transistor work on display, this work on sound. I am telling you an example just. So how will you get to know which transistor do which word? So that's why they have different size, shape, and color. See, this is a zoom image of the magnetic core. Why it is called as magnetic core? You can see this. These are magnets and it is connected with a wire, core wire. So it is called as magnetic core. Now this is zoom out image of that same magnetic core. Here you can see these small are all magnets covered inside the wire, and this is all a total memory, all like this small see, these all are memory put down into a big memory and converted into a magnetic core. Class understood till now? Now we will go with third generation of computer. What was the period of third generation of computer? Same, 10 years, 1960 to 1970. First was from 1940 to 1950. Second, 1950 to 1960. And third, 1960 to 1970. Now what was the main technology used in this? Integrated circuit, we can say ICs. This was. Now in first, vacuum tube was used. In second, transistor replaced vacuum tubes, and in third, integrated circuit replaced transistor. See, IC could hold many transistors on a small chips, made computers smaller and cheaper. Why they replaced? Because see, ICs are more powerful than transistor. Why? Because they are smaller, cheaper, and IC could hold many transistors. What a transistor can do, it can perform many tasks, many multiple tasks than transistor. So much powerful are ICs, very reliable and fast. See, transistor were reliable, but now integrated circuits are more reliable than transistor. Now see, before this generation, third generation, in first generation and second generation, there were not keyboard and mouse. What they use? Paper cards as input. But now in third generation, they use keyboard and mouse as input and monitor and printer as output. See, and afterwards, now they use this, as I told you in the Java example. First, high level programming language convert into assembly language, and then assembly language is converted into machine language. So like this, they uses high level programming languages. What are those examples? Basic, COBOL and Fortran. These are the examples of high level languages at that time, and had magnetic disk and tapes for better storage. Performance or speed improved a lot. Now it works in nanoseconds. First generation work in millisecond, second in microsecond, and now third in nanoseconds. See, what are examples? IBM 360, UNIVAC 1108, PDP 11. These are the examples of third generation. What were the now limitations? ICs were expensive to make. Then computers still need air conditioning. See, the heat problem is not totally yet solved. It is getting decreased, or we can say reducing. These products are making heat, but at a small amount, not like that they are not producing any heat. See, this is integrated circuit, or otherwise you can say ICs also. You see the small parts. These are none other than transistors. See, many transistors can fit into a IC. See, this is the image of third generation of computer. Now fourth generation. What was the period of fourth generation? 1970 to 2010. See student, here I will give you a trick to remember. See, first was from 1940 to 1950, 10 year, right? Second from 1960 to 1970, correct? Third from 40 to 50, then 50 to 60, and now 70 to how much? 2010. So how many fourth was for 40 year? You should remember that. First one for 10 year, second one also 10 year, third one also 10 year, but fourth is for 40 year. How much year? 40 year. Like this way you can remember that. Main technology. What was the main technology? Microprocessors and VLSI. What is the full form of VLSI? Very large scale integration. See, a microprocessor is a small chip that acts as brain of the computer. What? Microprocessors are called as brain of a computer. Thousands of IC could fit into one VLSI, as we say. Many transistors can fit into one IC, but here what they say, thousands of IC could fit into one VLSI. Means you can just imagine how fast the speed of one VLSI could be. Computer became smaller, cheaper and more powerful. Why they get smaller? Because you can see now, thousands of IC can fit into one chip. And how big is this chip? For example, we can say our nail size, thumb size. This much big is only VLSI. That's why it is getting smaller, cheaper and more powerful. Personal computers were invented. As we see, my PC. What is the full form of PC? Personal computer is the full form of PC. See what happened in first generation. First generation were few computers, only big for we can say government or university or scientist uses that. Second also same. third also said. But after fourth generation, or we can say from fourth generation, people, common people like us, they were using this computer. So that's why personal computers were introduced. Use the modern programming languages. Now, modern programming languages. Which modern programming languages? Python, Java, and C Sharp are the examples of programming. Operating system like Windows, Unix, MS-DOS were introduced. What is mean by operating system? Operating system is a system which operate our computer to function with different input devices and output devices. That's why it is called as operating system. Start of computer network and the internet. Before fourth generation, there were no computer networks or the internet. After, as we see, what we can say, necessity is the mother of invention, like that. After computer developed, now then the human think, let's we need internet, and then afterward creating an internet, how we can connect that internet with other people, then computer networks and internet were what we can say invented. What are the examples of fourth generation? IBM PCs, Apple Macintosh. Limitations: need skilled people to manufacture microchip because it was very difficult. How small it is, as we say. Still, India is not developing like this type of chip. Which country is developing? China, you can say. Because why? There are skilled people who can develop these small chips. Many mobile companies or electronic companies are still their main hub are in China. Computers could get viruses due to internet use. See, as we say, everything has advantages and disadvantages. So what were the advantages? We can connect with people, we can solve many problems. Computer make human life easy. But now what are the issues? They get viruses due to internet. See, this is a image of ULSI, full form very large scale integration. See how small the chip is. It could hold many transistors. You see this small dot, we can say like that. These all are small ICs. See how many ICs can fit into one VLSI. This is another image. This is symbol of Python. This is Java symbol, and this is C# symbol. These are all programming languages. Now our last generation, which is fifth generation, and fifth generation time is from 2010 to present. It is still going on. What is main technology? ULSI, full form very large scale integration, and second thing is AI, artificial intelligence, and last one is parallel processing. What do you mean by parallel processing? Parallel processing means multiple functions or multiple processing done at a single time, means it called a parallel processing. For example, if sir assign a student a task to write 10 pages, if the student is getting 10 minutes to write the 10 pages, means 1 minute a page. But for example, sir assigned 2 students to do that same work, how much time will they take? 5 minutes, correct? Because one student will write 5 pages, another student will write 5 pages. 5 minutes. But for example, if now teacher assign 5 students to do the same work, how many minutes they will take? Only 2 minutes. Why? Because 5 students will write only 2 pages, 2 minutes, work done. So what happened? What we learn from this? When we do parallel processing or multiple processors work on a single function, then it reduces time and it gives us the result very fast. So that's why parallel processing. See, ULSI, millions of parts on one chip. How many parts? Million. Million means 1 million is equal to 10 lakh, right? 1 million is equal to 10 lakh, means 10 lakh small parts of chip are included into a one ULSI. Use of artificial intelligence. Computer can think, learn and solve programs, right? Nowadays we can see AI, how much AI is getting advanced. Our Siri, Hey Google, otherwise ChatGPT. These are all types of AI. Can understand natural language like English, not just code. Now, before, still, if you want to talk with any computer or thing, we can type English, but it don't get understand. Why? Because English language is converted into high-level languages, high-level language converted into assembly language, and assembly language is converted into machine language, and that machine language only computer understand. This is a hidden step. But nowadays, if we speak in English also, they get understand. Parallel processing. Many processors work together at once. As I gave you the example, parallel processing means many processors working together. Use of touchscreen, voice and stylus as input for input method. Now, as we see, as per the generation, the input methods are getting changed. Now, time all laptops are also getting screen touch. Mobile are already now screen touch. Voice, for example, Siri, Google, Alexa, voice, and stylus means stylus pen. For example, which pen I am using, it is called as a stylus. These are all type of input devices. For example, see, whenever I am drawing, it is giving me output, right? So I am inputting my first, and then this computer is processing on that and giving output. And you can see, as I type, see, it is giving me result in less than nanosecond also, right? As I am touching the screen, it is showing me the result. Now you can imagine how fast the computers, or we can say electronic gadgets, are there. Computers are very fast, portable and powerful. See, they are now, as I told you, they are becoming very fast portable. Means, as you can see, the first generation was as huge as a room. Second generation was also as huge, but not as a room, but still it was very much huge. Third generation also. Nowadays we can say our computers, they are also huge. We can't portrait them, but what we can portable are, for example, tablet, correct? Tab are portable, laptop, mobile. These are all type of portable items, and they are powerful. As we know that how powerful our smartphones are there, they are as powerful as our computer. See, as I given, smartphones, tablets, robot, and voice assistants are common. Smartphone, everyone uses smartphone. Maximum people use tablets, and robot. Many companies are using robot, right? They are not now human labors. Everywhere robots are there, and voice assistant, as we see in our four-wheeler cars, we use Siri, play a song, otherwise Alexa, play a song. Voice assistant is everywhere nowadays. It is are common nowadays. See, examples are smartphone. As I say, Siri, Alexa, Asimo. What is Asimo? Asimo is the first robot that human ever made. That is called, his name is Asimo. What are the limitation? Complex to understand and use for some people. See, complex to understand and use for some people. Which are these some people? Our we can say our grandparents, right? Because they are old in generation, older than us. For example, we are present generation, our old generation is our parents, and our parents, so it is, we can say, third generation type. So they are not getting this every electronic thing understanding. It is complex to understand from them and use also. They prefer mostly button mobiles. Otherwise, they say, I don't want to use this screen touch mobile. Give me button mobile. Then privacy issue due to internet and data sharing. Privacy issue means, now as we can see on Facebook, Instagram, everyone is posting their photos. Is there any privacy? No. Anyone can misuse our photo. They can do anything with our photos. Data privacy. Nowadays hackers are stealing someone's data, right? Like that. People become too dependent on technology. Nowadays people are not doing anything by their own. For example, nowadays that Alexa, please turn off light. Alexa, please turn on fan. Humans are not just getting up and putting the fan button. They are just saying or giving commands to the computer. That's why what's happening. People are getting lazy to become an independent. Now see, that's this is the image of VLSI. It is the same size as VLSI. Nothing changed. But as a period, they are getting smaller. See, here you can see difference between this much. Example, LSI. LSI means large scale integration. VLSI very large scale integration, and ULSI ultra large scale integration. Here you can see the differences. For your understanding, I had created these generations of computer. In first generation, vacuum tube. Second generation, transistor. Third generation, integrated circuit. Fourth generation, VLSI. Fifth generation, ULSI. They can ask you in exam. See, summary table. Whatever we learn now, I will show you in short period. First generation vacuum tubes, size very large, speed millisecond. Input devices, punched cards. Example, Univac and Univac 1. Second generation, what they use? Transistors, size large, speed microsecond. Input devices, punch cards and tapes, magnetic tapes we can say. Example, IBM 7090. Third generation integrated circuit we can say ICs also. Size medium, speed nanosecond. Input devices keyboard and mouse. Example, IBM 360 PDP 11. Fourth generation microprocessor. Size small, speed picosecond, less than nanosecond is picosecond. Then keyboard and mouse, same input devices. IBM PC and Apple Macintosh. In fourth generation, they were PC invented, personal computer and operating system. Which operating system? Windows, MS-DOS and Apple Macintosh. Fifth generation, AI, ULSI and parallel processing. Size very small, speed super fast. Input devices touchscreen, voice. Example, Siri, Alexa, Asim. Done class? Now whatever you had seen now, we will take a small quiz. You need to do first, after you see, type the scheme or mark your question. Mark your answer. What is? Which technology was used in first generation of computer? Which technology? Vacuum tubes. Which generation introduced personal computer means PC? Which generation introduced this PC? Fourth generation. How many of you got the correct answer? You can pause the video and give your answer. What is used in fifth generation of processing? What they use in fifth generation of processing? Artificial intelligence, AI. Which generation uses integrated circuit? Which? First uses vacuum tube, second uses transistor, and now third uses integrated circuit. Correct? Now question. What programming language was used in first generation? Which programming languages? We can say machine language, otherwise binary language. Correct? Name. Then name one input devices used in fifth generation. Which input devices? Touchscreen, voice, right? Touchscreen, voice, we can say. Which generation introduced microprocessor? Which generation includes microprocessor? Third generation, right? What does ULSI stand for? Full form of ULSI is what? Ultra large scale integration, right? With the full form of ULSI. See, ultra large scale, fourth generation, touch and voice, machine language, 0 or 1, otherwise you can say also binary language. True or false? ENIAC was a third generation computer. It is correct. True or false? No, it is false. ENIAC is first generation of computer. Fifth generation computer use voice and stylus as input. It is right? Yes, it is right. Fifth generation uses voice and stylus. This is also true. Transistors were used in first generation. Is it true or false? It is false. Why? In first generation, vacuum tubes were used. IC help make computer smaller and faster. Yes, IC make. Why? Because it reduces more size than transistor. See, false, true, false, true. Now fill in the blanks. First generation computer uses data tube. Which tube? Vacuum tubes. Right? The second generation replaced vacuum tubes with whom? Transistor. IC we are using which generation? In third generation. Computer with AI panel percent are part of with fifth generation. Dadash is a humanoid robot. As I told, I mean a robot, that fifth generation robot. Sorry, it is Asimo, not Amiro. It is Asimo. First generation vacuum tube, transistor, third generation, fifth generation, and this Asimo. Now, thank you. That's for all today. If anyone is having any query or doubt, you can pin down in comment. I will resolve that. Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Hello students, today we are going to see about categories of computer. Before we had seen about early age calculators, after that we had seen about generations of computer. So today we are going to see about categories. What are the different categories in computer? First, why the computers are divided into different categories? What is the main reason? Computers are classified by size, cost and processing power, means RAM, right, on different uses. For example, why categories? If me and my friend want to travel from A point to B point, so what we will prefer, scooty or a motorcycle, correct? But if there are 4-5 people, then what we will do, we will prefer a car, right, or a taxi. And if there are more number, for example 20 or 30, then we will prefer a bus, correct? Means on the depending on the situation we prefer. Same like that, computers are also defined on size, cost and processing power. This help user to choose the right type of computer for their need. Means if I need a small computer for daily basis, I will buy a low level, correct? Means minimum RAM, minimum space, like that. But if I am a gamer, then I will take a computer of more data, because game are heavy games, correct? More RAM, same like that. If I had a firm or agency, then I will prefer a more powerful computer, because I need to store more data, processing will be fast, many people will operate at a single time, that's why. And then MNC company, big company, will provide a separate computer, like that. Now we will see what are the types. There are basically 4 main categories in that computer. First is microcomputers, then mini computers, then mainframe computer and supercomputer. In short, I will tell you, basically whatever computer we use in school, colleges, home, that are called as microcomputers. Mini computers are some advanced version of that computer. Mainframe computers are used by, as I told you, firm, companies, big universities, bank, and supercomputer are used by weather forecasting, atomic research, main too much powerful computers. Now we will clearly see what are basically, deep down into that. First one is microcomputers. A microcomputer is a small affordable computer with a microprocessor as its central processing power. Central processing power means what? CPU, correct? Central processing power is the full form of CPU. What are these example of microcomputer our day to day? Desktop, PC, laptops, tablets, smartphones, and workstation. Now you will have a question, what is mean by workstation? Workstation means combining 4 or 5 computers on a single PC. That is called as workstation. These are all types of microcomputer. Who uses this microcomputer? At home, school, offices and colleges. We uses microcomputer. Word processing, then browsing means to type anything or write anything. Word processing. Browsing means just surfing on internet. Playing minimum games, not heavy games, minimum. And communication means WhatsApp, Facebook, else. We can do with this microcomputer. Means this is microcomputer is day to day general use computer. Then second one, this is for your general knowledge, embedded system. What is meant by embedded system? An embedded system is a computer system with a dedicated function with a larger mechanical or electronic system. Means this is a special function which is dedicated for a specific function. For example, oven, microwave oven, correct? Microwave what do? It heat our food, correct? Then washing machine. What washing machine do? Washes our clothes, correct? ATM machine, withdraw of money, right? And digital camera to take pictures. These are our what? Electronic machine, correct? But these are having only one specific function. Can microwave wash our clothes? No. Can ATM click our photo? No. Can washing machine give you money? No. They have a specific task. Means specific machines are allotted for only specific tasks that are called an embedded system. Use microcontrollers. Microcontrollers means small controller which control a specific function. Mixture of that is called as microcontrollers. Designed for specific task, not general computing. As I said, example that these all things are designed for their own specific time. They can't extend their work. For example, washing machine can't do work of digital camera. Digital camera can't do work of microwave. Specific work. This is called as embedded system. Now next, mini computer. First one is micro, second one is mini. A mini computer is a mid-size multi-processing computer that supports users up to 200. First one was our microcomputer, correct? Microcomputer can be used by 1, 2 or maximum 3 people, correct? Means alternately at a time 1. But mini computers are not like that. Mini computers can support multiple users up to 200. Mean there is only one CPU and we can connect different monitors to it. Means different monitor but only one single CPU. Up to how many users? In exam they can ask. Up to 200 users. What are the features of this? More powerful than microcomputer, as you can see. That was up to 3 users, it is up to 200 users. Means it is more powerful. Then often used as servers in small organization. Server means what? Where all the data is stored, correct? As I told you, everything is stored in a CPU, and all this the CPU is connected to minimum 200 computers, correct? Then what are the examples? IBM AS400, DEC, PDP series. Who uses this? Small firms and educational institute, right? And then scientific data processing. As I told you, in small institutes many people will sit on a single computer and they will update. For example, if you see some big colleges, there are many desks like inquiry that all are connected to a single person. For example, if I search is there XYZ name in my college, if I search it will pop up automatically. If I change anything, these 4 or 5 computers are internally connected to a small firm I am talking of. If there is big firm or education, many computers. Up to how many computers? Up to 200 computers. Done. Now next, mainframe computers. Mainframe computers are very large and powerful computers. They can handle up to thousands of users simultaneously. Means at a time, as we see, microcomputer can handle up to minimum 2 or 3. Mini computer can handle up to 200 users, but this mainframe computer can handle up to thousands of users. How many? Thousands of users, correct? Means you can see how fast, like that. Huge memory and storage is there, high processing power is there, can run many program at once, means multi-processing, right? Multi-processing. What are its example? IBM Z series, Fujitsu series GS21. And who uses this computer? Banks, universities, insurance companies. Why? Store and manages big customer data. For example, as we will take first bank. Bank store our all information, correct? Aadhaar card, PAN card, on passbook your name, email ID, full name, mother name, father name, address, pin code, how much, then afterward your bank balance, when you withdraw money, when you deposited money, right? Everything is stored in this bank. Then you can see here huge store memory and storage. To store all that your data, they need huge memory and processing speed also fast. If you tell in bank, ask how many balance is there, balance inquiry, they will just ask you your number, and within seconds they will tell you how much money is there, when did you do any transaction, right? Like that. In universities, if you told your name, they will show you all your exams, when you gave exam, how many marks you got, whatever you give as proof. For example, if you are taking admission for graduation, then your 10 12 mark sheet, like that. Insurance company, when you pay the last EMI, right? Like that. Store big, like this, store big data and customer data. Bank have customer, university have student, insurance company have customers, like that. Now the last one, supercomputer. Supercomputer are the fastest and the most powerful computers available, capable to perform trillions of operations per second. How many operations? Trillions. But I will explain it in brief. They can perform up to billion, means quadrillion of operations per nanosecond, not second, nanosecond. How much you can calculate second? 1000 part of a second is called as nanosecond. Now you can imagine the speed. In a single nanosecond, they can perform billion, means quadrillion of task in a second. Means you, as you know how fast they are. Now powerful also. Unit is measured in flops, floating point operation per second, means how many operation it is doing per second. As I told you just now, billions operation doing per second. Operations done in microsecond, as now I told you, in nanoseconds. Example, Fugaku, which is made by Japan, Sumit by USA, and our Indian Param. Param is India's supercomputer. Now who uses this computer? Weather forecasting, means those who tell that today will be rain, tomorrow will be this, that, weather months, right? Then nuclear simulation, means scientist, right? Nuclear simulation. Artificial intelligence, like say supercomputers, AI, ChatGPT, like that, Alexa. Climate research, same, we can say climate research and weather forecaster, same one. Earthquake prediction, right? As weather forecaster said, today will be cyclone here, passing from here. Who tell this? Weather forecaster, with the help of what? Supercomputers. And these are earthquake predictors, they also use supercomputer, right? Clear? See, Like this is a supercomputer. Supercomputer is a single screen but having thousands of CPU. These you see plates, these are all RAM storages like this. It can be occupy a room also big, or some supercomputers can occupy as a huge building, 3 to 4 store building. This much huge is supercomputer. Fulton is also an example of supercomputer, which is the fastest supercomputer at the present time. You can search on internet more about this Fulton. See, this is IBM's Blue Gene P supercomputer. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and see how this whole all is a single CPU in which these are RAMs, we can say, right? Now just imagine how big the CPU is of that supercomputer, means how fast it will be. And for your general knowledge, Param is India's supercomputer. And who developed it? CDAC. What is the full form of CDAC? Center for Developing of Advanced Computing. Where it is located? Pune. There is a branch. It is all over located in India, but specific Pune branch made Param supercomputer. And it developed as a series. For example, series like every has model. For example, Activa. First there was Activa 2G, then 3G, 4G, 5G, 6G, right? Advanced version like category or generation, we can say. First was Param 8000. This was the first computer. After that, next series of that Param Siddhi AI. And now the latest one is Param Utkarsh, the latest series of Param computer. Who uses this Param computer in our India? Drug discovery, means medicine. Medicine are also called as drugs. So medicine. Weather forecaster, our Indian weather forecaster. Artificial intelligence research, right? And defense simulation. Simulation means what? For example, what will happen, then how we will deal with it, like that. That is called a simulation. Defense simulation. And here is the summary of all slide. First we see, right, micro, then mini, then mainframe, and supercomputer. Micro was small computer, users 1. Example, desktop and laptop. Who uses personal, educational, and offices. Then we saw about mini computers. Mini computers are medium in size, less than 200 user or up to 200 user. Example, IBM AS400, small businesses and as a server. Then afterwards we saw about mainframe computer, which are large, up to 1000 users, correct? IBM Z, Fujitsu GS21 are the examples. Who uses this? Banking, insurance, government, database, right? And last one is supercomputer, which is very large. Who uses this? Up to means how much? A research team. Whatever the number of that team, only that team will use. But it can reach about any. Here is no any specification that how much we can use. Examples are Param, Fugaku, and Sumit. This is of Japan, this is of USA, and this is our Indian, right? Used for simulation, AI, scientific research, or we can say weather forecasting, right? Done class, understood? Now that's all from my side class. If anyone is having any query, please pin down in comments. I will resolve your comment. Thank you and have a great day ahead.